Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite films. Some of these categories, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because yeah, there's not categories, there's only numbers, will contain more than one movie, but I'll tell you if the sequels are included because it's my list, so I'm going to take the liberty. And also these movies, they're not necessarily outstanding films, like they are really good films to me, but they're not like Oscar-winning films and all that. But they're films I really enjoy and they're comfort to me. And yeah, I have a few honorable mentions. So if you want to see my honorable mentions video about these, you can comment below and I can try to whip that up. So starting with my least favorite to my favorite, number 5, I don't actually have the DVD copy of because I had it on VHS. I broke the VHS tape. I watched it like every single day. But that is Snow White, the Disney version. I also like Happily Ever After, which was a different studios version, if you've seen that one. But Snow White was my fave. She's my favorite Disney princess, and I've watched that movie so many times it has to be on this list just because it's for nostalgic purposes, and I do like the film. I know it gets a lot of flack, probably not as much as Cinderella, but you know, I still enjoy it. I was a kid. Like, that's one thing that bothers me with Disney things. When all those memes on Facebook, when it's like pointing out like the flaws in the Disney thing, but it's like when I was little, like I just liked the film. Like, I wasn't looking for a social message. I don't know. I'm just one kid, though. But, like, you know, well, was one kid. But, like, you know. We could go on a whole other tangent with that. So we're going to move on to number 4, which is actually the Toy Story franchise. I only have the third one on DVD. I want to get the first 2 on DVD very soon because I want to rewatch them. But I absolutely adore the third one. I like the first 2, but I think it's the third one I've seen in most recent memory. But I have the art book of it, and I just love... Like, I co-opted a daycare, and I love organization. Like, I'm not necessarily always the most organized with my own stuff. Like, for my bookcases, but it bothered me. Like, I love organization. When I can organize, I do like to organize. And I'm one of those people that, I like to go to bed, with a clean room. Like, I just love organization. Just the daycare and, like, all the intricate pieces in Toy Story 3 just, like, went to my organizational heart. And I just love the color palettes. The third movie I thought was really good. Like, I like the first 2 as well, but just because I watched them more so when I was a child, and I watched this one more so when I was a late teenager to adult. So, yeah, that, like, including all 3 under that umbrella. Number 3 is Legally Blonde, and I'm only including the first one because I don't really like the second one. I think the second one, I do watch it every once in a while, but the second one I don't like really at all. I only mostly watch this one. And I've seen this movie at least over 100 times. I absolutely love it. And I've actually recently rewatched it because I was in a pre-law philosophy program. And some of the jokes in here were law-oriented. And I actually got them after learning about this stuff in class. So it's kind of neat to go back and rewatch it. But yeah, I didn't know really anything about law. Like, a lot of my other classmates had all taken law classes, at least in high school, and I hadn't. So... definitely felt like her in some of those law classes. I was like, this is very relatable. Not to the extent, but it kind of got a bit relatable to certain things. And I did work hard to persevere. Did I become valedictorian like her? No. But I graduated, and that's all that matters. My second favorite film is actually Waitress. And this one was recently turned into a musical. Yeah, musical. Yeah, that's the right word. And I was so excited when I heard that news. But I've been... how long has it been? About 9-10 years, I think. When did this movie actually come out? 2007. So, 10 years. Okay, so 9 years since 2008-ish. Like, I found this one on my parents had bought this. I found on the shelf and I started watching. I've seen this one over 100 times too. I absolutely adore it. I love the color palettes. I love the whole pie thing. It's just such a good film, and I really want to rewatch it soon. It's kind of funny because my best friend and me were talking about this, and we've been best friends for 10 years, and she has not seen this film, and I'm like, I talk about it all the time, but I used to watch it all the time with my other friend, and I just love this film. It's such, like, it brings so many emotions. It's, like, visually stunning. I really like the pie thing. I really want to see the musical. Yeah, I really eventually want to see that. Haven't ever been out of my province, so, you know, that's taking leaps and bounds. But I've listened to the soundtrack, and I really enjoy it. And number 1 goes to the Jurassic Park, all of them. My favorite movies are actually, the first movie is my favorite movie, the second one's my second favorite, third one's my third, like, it goes in order. And I know it's controversial to say that the third one's my favorite in comparison to the fourth, like Jurassic World, but they had Alan Grant. So, that's my favorite franchise character. They had him back, and, you know, I did enjoy it. Well, did it have some rough patches? Yes, but I did enjoy it. Jurassic Park, I've seen, I would arguably say over 150 times. Me and my cousin were watching at one point every weekend when she was sleeping over every weekend when I was in high school. And the first time I saw it was when I was 5 accidentally because the VHS was left in the player, and when my older sister had been visiting because she came on weekends. And yeah, so it was left there. My dad thought it was like one of my brother's and my programs, and it was actually this. And I just really enjoy it. It still stands up. It's still a great film, and I just recently rewatched it with my friend, and I had a really good time rewatching. Like every time I watch, it's just one of those films that I will absolutely love forever because I like look up the Wikipedia pages all the time. And like my most anticipated film of this year, like I have a few anticipated films, but my most anticipated film is the next Jurassic World, which comes out next year, which I know it's not this year, but I'm super excited for that, especially because Ian Malcolm's coming back, or like Jeff Goldblum, but like Ian Malcolm, the character. Super excited. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end this. Definitely let me know what some of your favorite films are. Maybe I've seen them. Probably not because I've hardly seen any films, it feels like. Talking to my one friend who's watched so many films, I'd basically see nothing. But if you put your favorite films down below, I'll definitely have to check them out because I'm always looking for more movie recommendations because I don't really go in my comfort zone too much. So it'd be great. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.